All right, shalom everyone, and peace of the Lord to all of you. We are back. I thought we are done for today. Uh, you see, when we watch the news, we didn't know what's going on. And here we go. Trump, he just announced from the middle of nowhere that Iran and Israel, they agreed to ceasefire, permanent ceasefire, which means the end of war, for now at least. Iran has officially, this is not the one we want, hold on. Let us see the new post. All right. This is the post of Trump just now. Again, graduation for everyone. It has been fully agreed between Israel and Iran. There will be a complete, total ceasefire in about 6 hours from now. When Israel and Iran have wound down and complete their progress, final mission for 12 hours, at which point the war will be considered ended officially. Iran will start the ceasefire, and upon the 12 hours, Israel will start the ceasefire. Upon the 24 hours, an official end to the 12 days war will be saluted by the world. During each ceasefire, the other side will remain peaceful and respectful, and on the assumption that everything work as it should, which it will. I would like to congratulate both countries, Israel and Iran, on having the stamina, courage, and intelligence to end that would call the 12 days war. That's a nice name, by the way. I like it. This is a war that could have gone for years and destroyed the entire Middle East, but it did not and never will. God bless Israel. God bless Iran. Okay, God bless the Middle East. And this guy is blessing everybody. Very, very friendly. Anyway, so like a few, like if you remember, before I go out of the life, he said, "Time for peace." But we don't understand what this guy is talking about. It sounds crazy. What time for peace? You see, we don't know what's going on behind the scenery. So all this is a movie. Iran is attacking the American bases while they are discussing and agreeing actually already that they will cease fire and the war is ended. Do you see how much deception in the news? So when you see the news, you think, man, there is something happening. Like Iran is attacking into Qatar, like attacking American bases. But look what's happening. Behind the scene, everything is the opposite of what we think and what we know. And in 12 days war, if you want to calculate who is the winner, who is the loser, there's no question. Iran been defeated miserably. The Israeli, they wiped the floor with them. All the most casualty the Israeli have is just building and glass and windows and houses. While the Iranian, they lost their airport, their airplanes, their air defense, their facilities, their manufacturers, their even, security, headquarters, generals, big leaders, Minister of Defense, intelligence, I mean, you name it. So in Iran, they lost thousands of fighters. In Israel, they lost, I think, I don't know if maybe now the number 30. Let me ask ChatGPT. How many, hold on. How many people died in Israel during the attack from Iran in the last 12 days?
Based on the latest available information, as of June 22nd, 2025, reports on the number of people who died in Israel during attacks from Iran vary. Amnesty International reported on June 18th that the Israeli military home front stated that Iranian attacks had killed at least 24 people, all reported as civilians, with nearly 600 injured. CNN reported on...
All right. So 24 people get killed in Israel. Let us see how many people get killed in Iran. And by the way, the one get killed in Iran, they are claiming those are civilians. Nobody report the soldiers. We do not know how many soldiers got killed. So we can talk about maybe a couple of thousands. How many Iranian killed by the attack of Israel?
Estimates of Iranian casualties from Israeli attacks vary depending on the source. Human rights activists, a Washington-based group, as of June 22nd, 2025, they reported at least 950 people killed and 3,450 wounded.
All right.
Of those,
So almost 1,000 to 22. This is agencies who have nothing to do with the ground. So we cannot take their numbers really too much accurate, but this is giving you an idea, the difference in everything. So the Israeli, they lost windows, glasses, and 22 people dead. And actually, based on the news, most of them, they are old people. In Iran, almost 1,000, those are supposed civilians. Nobody count the soldiers yet. So you can imagine how many soldiers on those bases and the massive destruction of their air forces, security, even the police stations, airport, I mean, everything. I mean, and now actually, I'm assuming that things now will get hot. In the coming 12 hours, both sides, they will try to hit as much as they can because simply this is the only window they have. So like I just saw in the news that the Iranian, they issue evacuation, as you see here 14 minutes ago, Iran issue evacuation order to residents in Ramad Jinn. This is just a propaganda because they issue there and they hit different place anyway. They are trying to copy the Israelis supposedly. And the Israeli, they issue the same for the Iranian to evacuate the area called 7. So there is area called 7 is to be evacuated. So in the coming 12 hours, we have to assume that the Israeli space will be hammered by missiles from Iran. They will try to dump as many as they can because now they are not worried about being short of supply as long the war will stop. And, you know, most likely it's going to stop for a while, maybe a few years before it happen again. And the Israeli, they will take advantage of those 12 hours to hit the most sensitive areas before it is over. So this is what we just learned from Trump. You know, we are happy for Israel. People want to go back to their life. You know, it's not fun to have to run to the basement or shelter every hour and so, or people losing their houses. Same for the Iranian, but we know that the Israeli were not hitting the civilians. The Israeli, they were hitting the specific target, which is the filthy mullahs and their leaders. But imagine here how we've been deceived in all the news we hear. So a minute ago we were talking about Trump, why he don't support Israel, right? Because the appearance is Iran just attacked USA. I mean, how in the world they just attack USA and at the same time they are negotiating with USA? And they agree to cease fire with USA. So you see how the deception work? This is a great lesson not to believe anything they say or anything they tell you in the news. You think it is something, it turned to be totally something else. All right? I mean, just 15 minutes ago, we were talking about totally different story. I just hung up, actually, right? I mean, I just hung up. I went to make some coffee. I came back. It says Trump, he announced ceasefire. What the heck? How? When? Just a few minutes ago, he was making mockery of them for doing a very weak attack. A few minutes after, he is saying, God bless Iran. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's weird, isn't it? Very weird. I don't know what to say. Seriously. Cuckoo, you know. If you watch this news, you will go cuckoo. You know, you will think you are taking hashish. Like somebody somewhere somehow is not right. Thank you, Iran. Now we understand why Iran told the American we are going to hit you. It's just a show, before we finish, okay? Just to make it like we did something. What a joke, what a mockery.